Do not think that you're going to take a lash course and come out of that lash course producing these bomb assets that you see on Instagram. It's just not realistic.
I know what you did. Yeah, I know. And I wanna talk about it. And I know you don't.
What's up, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm gonna give y'all 5 tips or 5 things that I wish I would have known before I became a lash tech. I get so many questions on the daily about becoming a lash tech, how to become one, and just all kind of stuff. So I'm gonna give y'all the game, things that I wish I knew before I got into this career field. Hopefully it can help some of y'all or answer some of y'all questions that y'all may have had about becoming a lash tech. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and share this video, and stay tuned. Okay, so I got my notes so I don't get off topic and so that I make sure that I cover everything. So we're gonna talk about some things that I wish I would have knew before I became a lash tech. Number 1, I wish I would have knew how expensive it is to become a lash tech. Everybody always talks about, oh, what lash techs make, and they make this much money and all of that, but they never talk about the money that it takes to become a lash tech. It's expensive to become a lash tech. So let me go ahead and break this down for y'all. When you become a lash tech, whether you go to school or whether you take a training, it costs. So if you're going to cosmetology school, it's going to be well over $5K and up, and $5K on the lower scale. My school, I went to the old school in Houston, and I took the esthetician program, and I believe it was like 14K. So just think 14 freaking K. That's a lot of money. Like, it's not cheap to become a lash tech. It costs. So let's say 14K, and let's say you went the other route and haven't went to school yet, but you took a certification course. They'll range all the way up from 300 to well over 1,000, just depending on what area you in, who you go to, etc. And a lot of people travel to go take certain people's courses, so that ain't even including your flight and all of that. So it's really expensive to become a lash tech. And then after you take the class, you have to invest so much money into products. Like, the products are not cheap. And then with doing lashes, there's so many variations of lashes that you will need, different lengths, curl patterns, your glue, your bed, lash shampoo, just all the stuff you will freaking need. It is expensive starting out, and just period, maintaining your supply and everything you need. So it costs to become a lash tech. I've spent well over $20,000 between school and classes I've taken, because I took classes outside of school, supplies. Like, when I added up how much I spend on supplies in a year, I don't even believe myself. I don't even believe that I had money to spend that much money on freaking supplies. But yeah, it's very expensive. So keep that in mind when you wonder why people charge what they charge, why people charge what they charge to teach others. Is because it's an investment. Like, we are literally investing in ourselves. So number 2 would be having patience. So lashing is not something that I feel like for some people it is, but lashing is not something that you learn and you just take off. Like, yeah, you have people that do, but you have to have patience when becoming a lash tech. Like, it's quality over quantity. Like, in the beginning, you gotta really, really focus on putting out quality work, making sure you're isolating properly. Make sure you're placing the lashes on properly, doing all the things you need to do to not damage the client's natural lashes or hurt them, or, do anything of that nature. Like, it takes a lot of patience to become good at lashing, because you're repetitively, like, practicing the same steps over and over until you become great. And also trying different techniques that you learn or different techniques you see to find out what works best for you, so that you can produce quality work. And then it takes practice to get your speed up. In the beginning, you might take 3-4 hours to do a set. You more than likely will. Like, I started out taking 3-4 hours to do a set, and it still was trash. Now I'm down to like an hour and a half, 2 hours, but that's after 3 years of lashing. Even sometimes now, it could take me 2.5 hours. So you have to have a lot of patience with getting good at lashing. You got to have a lot of patience with building your clientele. It's not just gonna come overnight. Like I said, for some people it does, but for a lot of us, like, we literally have to put in work from scratch and build a clientele, build a name for yourself, build a following, and all of that. So it definitely takes a lot of patience and a lot of practice. Do not think that you're gonna take a lash course and come out of that lash course producing these bomb assets that you see on Instagram. It's just not realistic. You take a lash course, when you taking a good one, that teacher is literally giving you the foundation. That's it. It's up to you to put in the work to, become this bomb lash tech that you want to be. And trust me, it's not easy. I always tell people that you have to practice, and practice again. Like when I was in school, every chance we got to do lashes, I was doing one of my classmates. When I got home, I was having my mama lay down so I could practice on her lashes, practice on my mannequin head, set after set after set, until I got it. And then after that, when I took my volume training, literally the day I left my training, I came home and did a volume set or a hybrid set on my mama. Practicing volume, sent it to my teacher. I did a full set on my mannequin. Like, I literally hit the ground running with it. And I've always been consistent since I learned lashes. I've always done lashes. I've always been consistent with it. Which leads me to my third one, which was consistency. You have to be consistent. I see so many girls take lash classes, and in the beginning they're happy and excited and consistent, but when they see they're not building clientele, or they feel like they're not, when they feel like they're not building clientele consistently, or when they feel like they're not making money like they should, or they're not producing the type of work they thought they would be producing in that amount of time, I see a lot of girls give up. It's too hard. I don't have the patience. I don't have time. Like, lashing is bomb. Like, the lifestyle it affords you and the stuff you can do is bomb, but it's not easy. You're not finna just take no class and just start making 6 figures off the bat. Like, you gotta put in work. And you gotta be consistently putting in work. You gotta be consistently practicing, consistently promoting yourself, consistently working. It's not gonna come. Like, I feel like a lot of people is lazy. A lot of people have this thing in their head that think lashing is easy. No, baby, you gotta be consistent and you gotta work for it. So I can say, when I started being consistent with posting myself, promoting myself, consistent with practicing, I got better, I got faster, and my clientele grew. So just know you're gonna have to be consistent. You're gonna have to put in that work. It's no way around it. So number 4, forever learning. You are going to be forever learning. 3 years in the lash game, and I'm still learning. I went to school, I took courses, I'm still learning. I learn from other lash techs. I take tips from other lash techs. I watch videos. I try different methods. I try different tricks, different lashes, different this, different that. Like, I'm forever learning. I read a lot. You are forever going to be learning. This industry is forever changing. There's forever new trends, do this, do that. You have to keep up. You have to be open to learning. And yeah, still stay true to you and your style, but you have to be open to learning. You have to. I've tried new stuff from other lash techs, and it has helped me out a lot. It's cut down my time, or it's helped me with retention, or it helped me achieve a certain look. I love learning. I love practicing new things. And just know that whatever industry you're in, you can never be too high up that you can't learn anything. You can learn stuff from beginners. I've learned stuff from my students. Like, just little stuff. Like, you have to be open and just know that you will be forever learning. And my last thing is schooling. I wish I knew that there are schools that you go to that's just for lash techs. The hours are half of what you would go for esthetician, and the price is tremendously different. I wish I would have knew that, because I would have said my school was like $14K. Yeah, it was like $14K. So I just wish I would have knew that. It would have saved me a lot of time and a lot of money. But in the end, it's still worth it. And excuse me, y'all, my allergies are acting up. So, but I wanted to get this video out for y'all. And also, just one last thing. I wish I would have, in the beginning, this is not anything I wish I would have knew. But I just wish I would have compared myself so much to other Lashtechs, other Lashtech journeys, and all of that. Just know that what's for you is what's for you. Some people will learn how to lash and take off and get in the shop and get this and get that. Some people, it's gonna take them a while. It might take them a year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever. Just know that what's for you is for you. Your journey is your journey. Never compare yourself to somebody else, because you don't know what type of work they put it in, or you know what they're doing to get to where they're at. Everybody has to go through their own journey. Just know that comparing yourself will have you ready to give up because you get frustrated or sad because you compare yourself to this person. Don't do that. Like, don't do that. That's pretty much all I got. If you have any questions that you would like me to answer about lash extensions, comment down below. If you are a new lash tech, or if you're thinking about it, it is a great field, but just know you will have to work for it. And I wish y'all the best of luck on y'all journey. So with that being said, my birthday is next month, November 23rd. I will be turning 27. And in honor of my birthday, I'm going to be doing a lash class. It will be a beginners only class. The price will be tremendously discounted. It will be only $375. Yes, I said it, $375. This is the only time my class will be this cheap. It'll be $375 with a deposit of $100 that goes towards your total. You will get a very basic kit, training manual, and mannequin head. It is 1 day only. It'll be in Oklahoma City, November 29th. So make sure you check it out if you've been wanting to become a lash tech. A lot of y'all have been writing me. Now is your time. So yeah, I'm gonna leave my Instagram down below, email, and my business phone line. Make sure y'all reach out with any questions. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And yes, I just want to thank y'all so much for supporting me. I love y'all, and I will see y'all in my next video.